So, Steven Spielberg has a new film coming out. It's called Disclosure Day. When I'd seen the previews, I thought it was pretty interesting. And, it's Steven Spielberg, who I am a fan of. However, it is modern day Hollywood. So, there were little hints of, I would say, provocation. And this recent interview he did, just a small clip of it, kind of, I guess, confirmed my suspicions. Not that I was super suspicious. I'm looking forward to the film. This recent interview he did, I just want to share the clip of it that's kind of trending on X right now, and some of the discourse that's happening on X as a result of what he said. So I honestly, in my opinion, I kind of don't think I'll share after I hear this interview.
This truth were just known overnight. If the government announced, yes, we have been keeping this from you since 1947.
Okay, obviously, if you don't know anything about Disclosure Day, it's about aliens. So that's why he's saying the government keeping something from people since the 40s.
That would mess up a lot of people. And the movie also takes the position of the church. What does this do to the fundamental beliefs that many of us have?
I do find it interesting that he says, what does this do to the fundamental beliefs that many of us have? And from my understanding, I don't believe that Steven Spielberg is Christian. I think he is Jewish. At least the Spielberg. Spielberg sounds like a Jewish name.
And, is God our God only on this planet? Or is God a God for every system where there's civilization, intelligent life, and even developing life?
The answer to that is yes. If there are other dimensions, we would believe, yes, that God created those other dimensions. Heaven also is another dimension. So hell is another dimension. So I just don't really see how this is going to really cause any kind of doubt in people who are Christian. And I don't know why. I mean, the quote originally came from this guy right here, Cartier Family 2. Hollywood has a weird obsession with disrespecting Christianity. Christianity is the most disrespected religion in the world. I would say, yeah, we are definitely the most mocked. Yeah, I honestly, it's kind of expected at this point. So whenever I see something like this, it's kind of like, it's more annoying than it is like rage-inducing. Here, the AF Post says, Steven Spielberg says his movie Disclosure Day, whose premise revolves around the day aliens' existence is disclosed, will have people questioning their faith. That's kind of funny, actually, because we've been getting that recently. Like they've been releasing the UFO files, as they call them. And people kind of just don't care. Like people will see the footage of like these different Tic Tac saucer UFOs, whatever, more footage of kind of what we've already seen in regards to UFOs, but just a little bit more content has been released in regards to these unidentified flying objects. But people kind of just don't care at this point. So I just don't understand how this film is going to do anything different. It's going to be cinematically very pleasing to watch, but I don't see it as really being anything that's going to shake anyone's faith. Like Christians aren't going to walk out of the film and then just think, wow, that really changed my mind. See some of the quote tweets here. This Lauren Chen here, who is actually a colleague of mine, states, even the Vatican has reportedly stated that the concept of alien life poses no threat to Christianity. I've never heard a Christian argue otherwise. Who are these Christians that would have their faith shaken by aliens? That's actually a good point because it reminds me of Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is constantly, anytime some kind of like UFO or extraterrestrial related news is trending, he is like a strong advocate for there are other life outside of Earth. Like he is a very big proponent of alien life. And he is also another fellow Catholic. So I just don't really see how this film is really going to have an impact on the people who have faith, because it is also part of our belief that we believe there's a divine creator, meaning that like outside of Earth is the rest of creation. It's not like life stops with Earth for us. Hold on, this guy right here, First Violence. Nice handle. I question my faith every day. It is part of being human and a believer. A movie isn't going to change me. This guy sniffs his own farts. Oh, God. Okay. This guy here, the Patriot voice, John. Satanic deception. Do not fall for it. Aliens are demons. I've heard also that that's like another theory floating around that aliens are fallen angels or something like that. To be honest, I don't really have any strong, conclusive theory of my own in regards to extraterrestrials. This guy, AK1014, says, I won't be second guessing shit. It's demons. This guy, Nerdiest Nick, and it's an alien saying, hello, Earthling. And a Giga Chad Christian here says, I know what you are. Okay. Do you see what I mean? Like, this is not really going to shake anyone's faith. I think The people who go watch this film, like I said, I am a Steven Spielberg fan. I am a big fan of most of his films. And the only thing that sucks about this film is that now that I understand the layer of narrative that he's trying to push, it's going to affect my ability to be able to enjoy the film, because as I'm watching it, all I'm going to be thinking is, this guy's really just trying to make something that's going to shake my faith, which it's not going to, but it's just annoying that I wanted to go watch this film because I'm a fan of Steven Spielberg films, but now I'm going into the film with kind of like my expectation ruined, because now I'm just going into the film thinking this is just a film that's going to try to create a mockery of Christianity or something like that. Probably not directly. I don't think they're directly going to go in and say Christians are stupid or whatever. I'm sure they're going to try to portray it like in that way too. Honestly, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, like, I'm sure that the Christian characters in this film are going to be portrayed in like a cartoonishly stupid manner. So that's like another thing too. It's just going to be like this weird stereotype of Christians for some reason being anti-science or something like that, when that's not true at all. Like, it was a Catholic who came up with the Big Bang Theory, and a lot of atheists are big fans of the Big Bang Theory. So it's kind of funny because I don't think they know that it was a Christian who came up with that. But yeah, there's a lot of Catholic scientists, a lot of Christian scientists, but Catholics are very much into the cosmos, and I believe the scientific method was also invented by a Catholic. Let's double check that right here. Did a Catholic or Christian create the scientific method? Yes, key early developers and formalizers of the scientific method were Catholics or broader Christians. I'm not going to read this whole description for you, but apparently Roger Bacon, who was a Catholic priest, philosopher and scientist, is frequently credited as one of the earliest European advocates for the modern scientific method. Anyways, yeah, so I'm not just talking out of my ass over here. I'm pretty sure I knew that there was something to that. Anyways, so there you go. We are not anti-science. In fact, we are pro-science, which science just means to a systematic method of asking questions and trying to get answers from those questions. That's not the exact definition, but in practice, that's kind of what you're doing. You're repeatedly asking questions and testing out theories to come to a conclusion. That's what science is. There is no science that is confirmed as like, this is the one solution to whatever, unless you get into like a more definitive practice like biology, which is a definitive proven thing. So biology itself is not technically science. It is what science has discovered. Anyways, so what about you guys? Does this affect your anticipation to watch the film, if you were even anticipating watching it in the first place? Or are you an atheist who you're like happy that for some reason you think this is going to make people stop believing? Anyways, yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Absolute Cinema Storytelling Techniques is available in multiple formats. Link in the description.